Albert Einstein once said, "Imagination is more important than knowledge." And guess what? He was right. That moment you're caught staring out the window, lost in thought, it's not wasted time. It might actually be the secret to becoming smarter than you ever thought possible. For years, daydreaming has been misunderstood. Parents scold their kids for zoning out in class. Bosses frown at employees who seem spaced out. It's seen as lazy, unproductive, even irresponsible. But science is here to turn the tables. Daydreaming, it turns out, isn't a distraction. It's brain power in disguise. When you daydream, your brain activates something called the default mode network, or DMN. This network is like your brain's personal think tank. It connects different areas of your mind, allowing for creativity, problem solving, and even self-reflection. Neuroscientists at the University of British Columbia found that when your mind wanders, it's working harder than when you're focused on a single task. In fact, brain scans show that activity in the default mode network spikes during daydreaming. It's like your brain is running a marathon while you're imagining your dream vacation. Let's talk about a few famous daydreamers. Take Nikola Tesla, the inventor of alternating current electricity. Tesla was known to spend hours lost in his thoughts, visualizing entire machines in his mind before ever building them. Or J.K. Rowling, who came up with the idea for Harry Potter while stuck on a delayed train. These moments of spacing out led to breakthroughs that changed history. And here's the kicker. They're not anomalies. Studies show that daydreaming enhances your ability to think outside the box, combining ideas in ways you wouldn't while focused. Okay, so how does this make you smarter? First, it sharpens your problem-solving skills. Researchers at the University of California found that letting your mind wander helps you solve complex problems faster. When you daydream, your brain doesn't just check out, it creates connections between ideas you didn't even know were related. It's like brainstorming with the genius version of yourself. Second, daydreaming fuels creativity. Think about it. Some of the most innovative ideas come when you're doing something mundane like showering or walking. That's because your brain is free to roam without limits. Studies even suggest that people who daydream more often score higher on tests of creativity and intelligence. And third, it improves your memory. When you let your mind drift, you're often reflecting on past experiences, organizing information, and even rehearsing future scenarios. This strengthens the neural pathways that help you retain and retrieve information. So, the next time someone says you're zoning out, tell them you're just upgrading your mental hard drive. But here's the catch. Not all daydreaming is created equal. There's a fine line between productive daydreaming and aimless distraction. Psychologists call it positive constructive daydreaming, when you let your mind wander with intention. Instead of stressing over what's for dinner, try visualizing your goals, exploring new ideas, or even imagining solutions to problems you've been stuck on. That's where the magic happens. So, how can you make daydreaming work for you? Start by creating space for it. Take short breaks during work to let your mind wander. Go for a walk without your phone, or sit in a quiet place and let your thoughts flow freely. Some of the best ideas come when your brain has room to breathe. And don't underestimate boredom. When you're bored, your brain craves stimulation, which often leads to creative daydreaming. So, the next time you're waiting in line or staring at a blank screen, resist the urge to scroll through social media. Let your mind wander instead. You might just stumble upon your next big idea. Now, you might be wondering, doesn't this mean we should all just daydream all the time? Not quite. There's a balance. Chronic daydreaming can interfere with productivity, especially if it's unstructured or rooted in escapism. The key is to use daydreaming as a tool, not a crutch. So, the next time you catch yourself staring into space, don't feel guilty. Instead, smile. Your brain is hard at work, connecting ideas, solving problems, and building your mental muscles. Who knows? That daydream might just be the start of something extraordinary. Albert Einstein once daydreamed about riding a beam of light, and it led to the theory of relativity. What will your next daydream lead to? Let your imagination run wild and find out.